welcome to Sparks and Volts. Today we're in a small Italian pocket rocket, something full of soul and passion, an Abarth 595 competizione. Let's see what this thing's like to drive. So what makes the Abarth 595 competizione appealing? Well, it's a small, relatively affordable car that you could definitely use as your daily. However, it's almost guaranteed to put a smile on your face every single day. 1.4 litre engine, turbo to the max, producing 180 brake horsepower and 180 foot-pounds of torque. You can have some serious fun in this car whilst not breaking the bank with petrol every week. As soon as you start driving this car, there's something special about it. I mean, first things first, it's got one of the firmest rides I've ever experienced, and I must be honest, as a passenger, it's not really a great experience. But you start to appreciate it more when you drive the car, especially when you start really pushing the car to its limits. You really get the impression that this is a track-focused car, despite being so small. And I think that's what I really like about it. 0 to 60, about 6.7 seconds. However, it's so flat in the corners. There's no understeer, considering it's so much power going to the front wheels. And it's even got a limited slip diff. This car is made to have a lot of fun. And if you're a proper driver, I think even you can appreciate taking this car for a spin and pushing it to its limits. It's just so flat in the corners. I actually really like the electric steering in this car. Really light at slow speed. As soon as you put your foot down and hit higher speeds, really stiff. And those Brembo brakes, of course, amazing. Slow the car right down as they should. This car puts other cars to shame with its exhaust note. I mean, have you heard a new A45 recently? A new Golf R? Absolute pathetic. And they're 2 litres. This car's a 1.4 and sounds absolutely incredible. I don't know how Abarth have done it, but I love the sound of this engine. The Monza exhaust, incredible. It just makes me think, why get something bigger for the British roads? This car can handle pretty much everything you need in Great Britain. It's really fun on the B roads and twisty ends. It's really fun on the motorway actually. I took it up to 125 miles per hour, no problem. It felt very stable, no problem at all for the car. And it's actually quite a good fuel economy. It's it doesn't drink too much. Driving this car from Margate to London used just less than half a tank, and it's about 65 quid to fill up. So I can't see why you would only have this car, other than the firm ride of course, as a weekend car. But if you can get over the ride and you're always going to drive it a bit fast, which you probably will if you own this car, you actually really do appreciate that firm ride. You need it, because this car can really handle itself wherever you seem to take it. I'm trying really hard earlier to make the car understeer, but that limited slip diff, it just handles everything with no problem at all. I don't think the standard 595 Abarth has a limited slip diff. I believe it's only the competizione, so yeah, this one's definitely worth getting. I can't believe such a small car like this can be equipped with carbon back seats. I absolutely love it. I think it's probably my favorite thing about the car. It looks so awesome. This one comes with quite a few things actually. It's got the Dre Beats sound system, really good. Carbon steering wheel, which is also really nice. I like the little digital display. Yeah, this car comes with a few decent things. However, a few things that have annoyed me slightly. The electric window on the passenger side doesn't have automatic power up, which I think a car for 25 grand should have. And I would appreciate it if the suspension had some sort of settings where you could put it in comfort mode or something like that. Because if you are just taking it to the shops and you don't want to thrash it around, it is just too firm. When I first sat in this car as a passenger, I was amazed at how firm it is for such a small car, and it got to the point where I was eyeing up the road ahead of me, looking for any imperfections in the road, and just thinking, oh no, I hope that's not gonna hurt. I really hope that's not gonna hurt. But then, like I said, when you're actually driving the car, when you're driving the car fast, you do appreciate that firm ride. So, you know, it's a weird one. I love this 1.4 engine. It's incredible. The sound it makes when you change up. I just can't believe how far engines have become. I remember growing up with my 1.4 litre 75 brake Polo Dune, and now you can have a 1.4 with 180 brake. That sounds like this. Incredible. There's just something so pleasurable about driving this little engine strapped to a turbo. You know, when you see this turbo gauge just shoot up and you get this surge of power. Yeah, it's very addictive. Very addictive. It's just mind-blowing how powerful this engine is. You know, 1.4, 180 brake. How can an A45 not sound like that? Oh my god, when that turbo kicks in. Oh! Gorgeous. Gorgeous. You have to have the manual one. I would not advise getting this car with an automatic gearbox. This is proper fun. Proper fun driving. So, the boring stuff. Practicality. The boot's pretty decent actually. For this size car, you can take it to the shops, do your grocery shopping of course, and it will do that fine. I've been told by the owner of the car, the rear seats aren't the best, but if need be, an adult can fit there. Just make sure it's not for a long journey or their legs will start to ache. I'm trying to think really what would be a good rival for this car, because Evo magazine was saying like the Ford Focus ST and whatnot, but they're quite bigger than this car in my opinion. For me, really, its main rival would be the Volkswagen Up GTI. And personally, it's addictive, man, this car. How can you make a 1.4 so fun? Anyway, for me, even though I've never driven an Up GTI, this car just looks sexier. The Up GTI looks like a car, I don't know, it looks like a minivan. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm sure it is very fun to drive, but this just looks so much sexier in my opinion, especially in this two-tone paint with the white stripe and this gorgeous interior. I bet you can't get an Up GTI with carbon back seats as well. I really like this car, and you know, if you're in the market for one of these cars, go ahead with it 100%. Just don't be too surprised, and I'm sure you've already test driven one if you're going to get one, but yeah, the ride really is super firm. But if you're going to drive it the way it should be driven, the way it wants to be driven, believe me, you're probably going to get a few speeding tickets in this car, but you appreciate that firm ride, and it reassures you when driving the car. Not once have I felt like I've gone too far in this car, and I've been trying to, but it's just always so flat, so firm. The steering's incredible. It must be that limited slip diff as well, and these Brembo brakes, it just all works out so well. I'm super surprised with this car. I mean, I can't see what other daily in this category I would prefer, and yeah, it's definitely got the thumbs up from me. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.